David Dobrik, by the way, we talked about this, talking about puzzles and games. David Dobrik came up with a game called $100,000 Puzzle. He sold 17,000 of them in an hour. And people that buy the game can win up to $100,000.
He didn't sell a board. He's selling gambling. He's just selling lotto tickets. What is this?
You made a great point. He really is like the Willy Wonka for poor people. Come with me and you'll see.
I mean, I'll give you. Was he give them Porsches or something?
He shows up with Lambos occasionally.
Yeah, look. I don't even know if he is a good guy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's the last thing you want to give to someone who isn't financially stable and like financially literate with money, like someone who's actually like in the grips of poverty. There's things you have to work really serious tax implications.
Yeah.
And like,
do you think they let them keep the cars, or like right after the cameras are off, somebody comes in and takes the car, and the guy's like, "What?" They go, "You knew what this was." Yeah. You know, what do you think you're being given?
Here's your appearance fee.
Yeah. Here's $250. Yeah. But there's something funny about like this whole thing, whether it's him or Jeffree Star, and I've talked about it on the show before. This idea of YouTube philanthropy, like these guys, and the way that they are, like a lot of they're just like, "Hey, I'll hit your Venmo," and it's so sad watching people on Twitter be like, "Listen, you know, my wife is out of work. She just had an operation. I have COVID. I can't really," and it's so sad. They're like tweeting at these big people to pay their bills. It's fucking terrible.
And what's so sad is just like, I'll see that. But also in that same feed, people I knew from comedy go like, "Hey, me and my roommate we lost our waitressing job, sort of, and we really use help with the rent." And it's just like, it's just a stacking of like, because you can't vet these people, so it's just like,
no. I mean, that's why it's so devastating to watch and sad. And it's also like a lot of these people, no one quite knows why they have money. Like nobody knows why David Dobrik. Like we all know why, but nobody know. Like I'm confused as to why he has the amount of money he does.
Yeah. But it probably doesn't.
No, he does.
How much money does he have?
What, 10 million or something, right?
Oh, so 10 million is not enough to be giving away Lambos, though.
Well, companies sponsor it, and they buy the car.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah. What does he have? Yeah, 15 million.
He's a Lambo. He's a Lambo salesman.
He sells Lambos.
He's a Lambo advertiser.
And listen, good for it, whatever. But he made the money. You know, he gets a lot of views and stuff like that.
He's not. Look,
but you watch it and you go, I don't get it. But it's not for me to get.
But here's the thing: when I don't hate the guy. It's a good grift, whatever. But you go, he's bringing more positivity into the world. There would be other. I don't know if he is. It's just weird. It's always this weird grift where it's just like, who is this actually helping? You probably like the lotto. I mean, the amount of people who get lotto like when they win big and just completely fuck their lives.
There's a certain amount of success which I'll probably never reach, where you just have to start saying things like, "Look under your seat today." Like there's a certain amount of money where people just expect you to give them things no matter what. They're like, "Okay, I'm gonna go get a free like water fan if I sit through 2 hours of Oprah." Like that was a big thing. Oprah started it, like look under your seat. Then Ellen did it, and they give everybody like. There's just a certain amount of money. Whenever you hit that amount of money, people expect you to just walk around and give them shit.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing you should do when you're a criminal,
right?
Like a legit like mob boss.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
right. You're just buying loyalty from people. Ellen should have given those cars to her staff, who she beat the shit out of. Give them to the people that are genuinely hurting.
Just give them a fucking Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah. And it's always, you look at people in the audience at Ellen or Oprah and you go, there couldn't be anyone less deserving than these middle-class pieces of shit. Upper middle class, have nothing to do but watch a television. When I was broke, there was nothing less important than going to watch a TV taping. Like the idea that like anyone in that position needs anything other than more work. Like it should be, look under your desk, there's more work for you to do. Don't come back to this fucking studio to watch me interview Kristen Bell, or whoever the fuck Ellen's talking to. But yeah, it's interesting. The Dobrik game, what, did you find anything about it? It's
about how much he won? So he profited about $350,000.
See, he made $350,000, but a lot of games to sell in an hour. That's why we need a product, Ray. We can't keep fucking around. Entertainment, man, you know... You could really go scratch with entertainment.
What about something you could fuck? You know,
I'm listening.
Like a Furby that like because the fleshlight was too big and it's just too gross. And it doesn't look like a living thing. You need like our own version of a Furby. Like, but it's like maybe you know, a face, like a non.
What about a Furby with a very small mouth for pedophiles?
Look, I mean, it's better if they're doing that than if you're, you know, with kids. But
And that's exactly what we'll say.
sure,
Like a small mouth for a pedophile to face fuck. Why are you pushing back?
I just don't know if we should lead with that.
I'm
I mean,
just saying.
look, pedophiles are, if nothing else, resourceful. They'll figure it out. Like,
Right.
you know, they'll share it on there before. I don't want them to.
Understood.
I don't know.
But
If
we do because we don't want them to fuck the actual kids.
Fine. But I don't know if we need to like come out in the in the press conference and establish
So we'll just say
that.
it's a child's doll, but for a million other things.
Well, besides the dildos that women use are massagers, right? Like
right.
just vibrators.
Sure. Yeah.
So
no,
like,
this is it to practice if your child falls in the pool.
yeah,
Giving him chest compressions and mouth to mouth.
This is problematic. This is complicated.
My agent calls me. He's like, Lakeith Stanfield sees you're a pedophile doll and thinks it's great. Now, he doesn't want to go into business with you immediately, but just keep in mind that Lakeith Stanfield thinks you're a pedophile doll is great.
Oh, you got a bit pedophile Furby? Oh shit. That's tight.
Somebody at Danny McBride's company who is a pedophile really likes it, doesn't want to say who it is. They sent us a message through Discord that they really like the doll.
I mean, I don't even want to keep this going, but like you could have a thing where like, and the problem is only kids would wear it, so it's not good. But where it'd be a fucking thing that you could wear, but also fuck. But then it'd just be a thing that kids wear in high schools, and we get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
We
don't wanna get in trouble.
Remember those bracelets that kids used to? Those
Snap
stories-
bracelets?
Yeah,
Remember a snap
I had
bracelet?
snap bracelets, yeah.
Where you would snap it on your wrist.
And we're like,
Do you remember, Ben? Wow.
Kids would get cut because it's a metal thing in there, and they would like cut their wrists open.
And then there were Pogs.
I had Pogs. I had an OJ Slammer. Pog.
OJ Simpson Slammer?
Yeah.
Wow.
It said, keep OJ out of the slammer or something. And the back of it had a picture, like an engraving of a gun to his head.
OJ. And I remember more recently was the fidget spinner.
I never had those.
I didn't care, but apparently they were like a thing. And then now they're nothing. Now they're nothing.
Yeah, like for like a year there, everyone was claiming to be like some kind of OCD maniac who like had to like fucking the whole time be honking 15 different things.
Right.
You see these like advanced fidget spinners that have like knobs and like wheels and gears, and they see people, like YouTubers go, "I like this. I have to fiddle with things." Like it's.
I love it's like you could show somebody a picture, like you go back in history, you show somebody a picture of the future, and you see all these people fidgeting with all these things. Like, oh, what do all these gadgets do? It's like, oh, nothing. They're just for something for people to do that are on too many SSRIs to get their dick hard. So they just want to play with a fucking weird fucking